Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you a brief glimpse of what it takes to prep the trailer and get ready for a road trip. Today we're going to be heading out for a couple hundred miles of driving, so this is what it takes to get everything ready to go and hit the road. Before we hit the road with the trailer, I like to apply some of this Reese hitch ball lube. What this does is you apply it onto the actual hitch ball, and when it's making contact with the hitch over here on the trailer, if you don't have any of this stuff on, it'll sort of vibrate and make a really high-pitched shrill sound. What this stuff does is it sort of eases the contact, lubricates it quite a bit, makes it a much quieter journey. So the first thing I'll do is I'll wipe off the old stuff that's on here from previous times we've traveled. You can see that the hitch ball is still silver underneath this. You don't have to get all of it off, but just most of it. Then I'll take a second napkin or paper towel and dip it inside. Get a good amount on there. I like to be pretty generous with it because the more lube you've got on the ball, the less squealing it will make. So you get that all around this connection until it's completely covered. You want to make sure you get this skinny area down here too, because that's where the hitch will hug around the bottom of this connection. And then I also like to get a little bit of it and put it in the actual hitch itself, just to make sure everything is nice and lubricated. And now we're ready for a squeal-free ride with this nice hitch ball lube applied. It's also good to do a final once around. Just make sure everything is clear on the ground. Got no obstructions around the tires. Got this panel open, so I need to make sure to close that before we go. Nothing else on the ground at this point. And the hitch is looking nice and secure. One of the last things we have to do is connect the brake controller. I'll place a link in the description to the brake controller I chose. This is a Takancha P3. When you connect the controller and turn the car on, you should see whether or not you have good connection. So now that this is connected, I'm going to put the keys in the car. Let's see what it says. Looks like we've got a good connection as it shows the trailer there, and when I hit the brakes, we get a little bit of extra support from the brake controller. The next step of prep we'll be taking is to replace the anode rod inside the water heater, and this collects all of the calcification and corrosive action caused by hot water inside that water heater. So let's go ahead and take this thing open and get it out. And to get it off, I'm using a 13/16 ratchet. Sort of an important lesson here. Release the pressure with this valve before you pull that thing out. So here's the old one, and it actually doesn't look too bad. You can see it's becoming a little bit corroded. We're going to replace it with this nice brand new one. And now what I've done is applied some plumber's tape to the end of this brand new anode rod. I'm going to put this one in now. The plumber's tape will just make sure that the tank stays leak tight.